Good morning, Kasturians. So, today we have to start a new topic which is parallelogram law of vector addition from chapter number 4, which is motion in a plane. Okay, so now let us start this topic. First of all, let us see the statement of this law. What does this law states? It states that if we are having two vectors, as you can see from this figure also two vectors, which is vector A and vector B. Okay, side OP represents vector A and OS represents vector B. So if we are having two vectors represented by the two sides, or we can say the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, as you can see this parallelogram is starting from point O. Okay, so how we can find the resultant of this parallelogram? The resultant of these two sides, or you can say the two adjacent sides of the parallelogram, it is given by the diagonal of the parallelogram. And what will be the diagonal of this parallelogram? It will be, you can see this OQ. Okay, it will be the diagonal of the parallelogram. And what is the parallelogram here? You can see this O, P, Q and S. It is a parallelogram. Okay, and R vector is represented by the side OP and OS. Okay, as we know that the two parallel sides of the parallelogram, they are equal. That means this vector OS, it is same as vector P and Q. Okay, we can consider as if we have picked up this vector OS from this position, है ना, and put this vector at point P and Q. We can consider like this also. Now we have to find, as you already know, we have to find the resultant of this parallelogram. Okay, resultant of this diagonal of this parallelogram, or we can say the resultant of these two vectors. This is vector A and vector B. Okay, so how we can do so? We can first of all, what we have to do, we have to extend the side OP. You can see this OP is extended to point N. Okay, this is the point N. And what else is done? This ON, it is made perpendicular to the side OP extended, or you can say it is perpendicular to the side ON. Okay, so now we are having this right angle triangle OP and N. Okay, so now let us see this was the right angle triangle. You can see from here also O, Q and N, it is a right angle triangle. And what we have to do, we have to find the resultant side of this you can say right angle triangle. So how we can find the resultant? The resultant is hypotenuse. We can consider according to the Pythagoras theorem. And how we can write the hypotenuse? If we can write it as OQ square is equals to that is hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square, as you can see from here. Okay, see this OQ square, that is hypotenuse square. Hypotenuse in this is OQ. Okay, and ON, what is ON? ON is base, and this base can be represented as OP plus PN. And we already know OP is vector A. Okay, and vector PN, this PN we have to find out. Okay, and from this, what will be this? It will be perpendicular. Okay, Qn, and we have to find this value of Qn perpendicular, so that we can keep in this equation. Okay, as you are seeing. So how we can proceed for that? See, first of all, what we can do in triangle Q, P and N. Okay, in this triangle, this is also a right angle triangle. Okay, as this Qn is perpendicular to Pn, so this is right angle at N. Okay, so what we can do, we can find out the value of cos theta in this triangle. What will be cos theta? It will be base divided by hypotenuse. So base, as we already know, is Pn in this triangle, and hypotenuse is PQ. The value of PQ is known to us, that is vector B. Okay, so we can write it as Pn is equals to Q P cos theta, and value of QP is B here. You can see from this equation. Now we have got the value of Pn, which is B cos theta. Okay, so now we have to find the value of Q and N. How we can find the value of Q and? For that we have to find the value of sine theta in this triangle again, that is in triangle Q, N and P. We already know the value of sine theta, that is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. This is how we define sine theta. So we can put it as Qn is equals to PQ sine theta. And we already know the value of PQ, that is B. Okay, vector B. So Qn is now B sine theta. We know the value of Pn, We also know the value of n q, and so we can put these values in this equation. OP we already know is vector A. Pn we have found b cos square, b cos theta. Qn we have found is b sin theta. And after solving this equation, what do we get? We will get a square plus b square cos square theta plus 2ab cos theta. Why? Because we already know how we can open this bracket, that is a plus b square, identity for a plus b whole square we already know. Using that identity we will open this. Okay, and what we will get, a square plus b square cos theta plus 2ab cos theta. Okay, from this second term we will get b square sin square theta. So one term in first term is b square cos theta, cos square theta, and in second one is b square sin square theta. We will take b square outside. What we are left with? Sin square theta plus cos square theta. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1, we already know. So what we will get? Now we will get a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. After putting the value of r square, see on the left hand side we are having r square. If we take this square on the right hand side, we will have all these values in under root. Okay, so this is the value of resultant, that is this resultant of vector a and b. Okay, so we can write the resultant as a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Okay, under whole under root. Okay, so this is the value of resultant. Now if you want to find out the angle at which this vector r is inclined to vector a. Okay, so now we want to find this angle at which this resultant vector is inclined to vector a. Okay, so how we can find out? We can simply take the value of tan beta. So we have considered this angle as beta. Okay, why? Because theta is already the angle between vector a and vector b. So now tan beta we already know is perpendicular upon base. Okay, so perpendicular we already know is qn. Okay, and base is on, and we can write on as already discussed as op plus pn. Okay, so we can put the value of on that we have seen above is b sin theta in this equation, and op as a and pn as v cos theta. Okay, so after putting all these values we can find the value of tan beta, that is the angle at which this resultant vector is inclined to vector a. Okay, so this was all about parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay, so now that's all for today. Thank you.